Madagascar. An island across the sea from the African continent. Tens of millions of years of isolation created a unique ecological environment. This is the Garden of Eden for the lemurs. They are only found in Madagascar and its nearby islands. Ring-tailed lemur walking on a mountain cliff. Bamboo lemurs love bamboo like giant pandas. Red-collared lemurs fighting for fruit. There are also mouse lemurs struggling to survive in extremely dry land. 80 species of lemurs live here. They are all beautiful spirits of the hidden realm. Hello everyone. Welcome to our channel. Let us walk into Madagascar together in this episode. Peek into the hidden lives of lemurs. Since the Pangaea continent split and drifted, the African continent and the Indian plate go their separate ways. A small piece of debris drifts between them. Finally stopped at the southeastern corner of the African continent. It is now Madagascar. A ridge running north-south. Divide Madagascar in two distinct climatic zones. The warm and humid air from the Indian Ocean blowing from the east is blocked by the mountains. The abundant water vapor is collected by the mountains to the east. Annual rainfall exceeds 5 meters. Formed a typical tropical rainforest climate. On the west side of the mountain range, due to the lack of rainfall, there are many baobab trees that live on water storage. The further south you go, the drier the climate. Some places are barren. And the large temperature difference between day and night. Ring-tailed lemurs are having a good time here. Every morning the sun just goes to work. They will sit on the ground, embrace with open arms, the sun. This sitting position increases their heated area. Due to the dry climate, the vegetation here is sparse. Drought-tolerant plants like aloe vera and cacti became the protagonist of this mountain. Ring-tailed lemurs rely on them for water. The conditions here are tough, but there are few competitors. The only thing to watch out for is predators from the sky. Mishima earthquake. Falklands, ferocious, good at hunting. They often catch unwary lemurs. Lemurs aren't defenseless either. Once the siren sounds, they will run away quickly, looking for a hiding place. Spring-like legs. You can cross the hills several meters away in one leap. Ma Dao missed nothing this time, so he had no choice but to give up. The next morning, thick fog crawled over the valley. Ring-tailed lemurs are up early. Some are collecting dewdrops to replenish water. Some tan in a daze on the rock. Some practice yoga and hold their legs. The water is precious here. The white-necked crow wants to take the opportunity to drink. So have to get rid of them. Almost every female monkey has babies. This is also confirmed from the side. They live very well here. Now it's time for sunbathing. Everyone is already in position. Naughty baby monkey. This monkey mother gave birth to twins. This is very rare in ring-tailed lemurs. It's time for foraging. Group of monkeys climbing down the cliff. They have long practiced the stunt of flying over eaves and walls. Even carrying a baby monkey is effortless. The woods below the mountain have their favorite figs. The soil on the ground can also help them replenish minerals. When you are full, take a nap on the tree. This fig tree is very lush. Well-developed root system goes deep into the ground. It turns out that there is an underground cave hidden here. Clear mountain spring sparkling. This is the secret watering place for ring-tailed lemurs. They come here almost every day. Sweet mountain springs are much better than dew. There are also strange things in the water. These white fish have been trapped in underground caves for thousands of years. Like almost all cave fish, their body color becomes transparent. The eyes are degenerated. To facilitate foraging near the water surface, they're used to swimming belly up. In fact, ring-tailed lemurs are matriarchal. Every clan has a female leader. It shoulders the heavy responsibility of raising offspring. Prioritize the best food. Have the supreme right. It leaves urine-marking territory. Once a foreign monkey invades, they will decisively deport them. Ring-tailed lemurs adapt better than other species. It is also the most widely distributed throughout the island. From leaves to flowers, even small insects. Eat whatever they have, they are never picky eaters. Sometimes they also find something new to try. Like these noisy cicadas. Looks rich in high egg. But the problem is, this thing is hard to catch. Unless it flies straight into your hands. If you want to have a good time, you have to find another way. The fierce bumblebee is a master cicada catcher. It paralyzes its prey with its stinger and drags it back into its burrow. In fact, all this has long been seen by the lemurs. Stolen ones seem to taste better. Ring-tailed lemurs eat and drink well. Reproduction was put on the agenda. The cubs are now able to live independently. Although there are still one or two who want to rely on their mother. But a new round of breeding season has already begun. 1 to 2 weeks. Only a few hours per sex can conceive. The smell of hormones in the air. Competition for males becomes fierce. The winner is king, the loser is. The strongest males will revel in the pleasure. After 6 months, its offspring will be born in this rainforest. Compared to ring-tailed lemurs living in the rainforest, there is a kind of lemur that lives next to water all its life. Lake Taila in the heart of Madagascar. This vast body of water is thick with reeds. A cute little elf like a water bird. Only in this lake. They are tame lemurs from Lake Taila. Arc lemurs are small in stature and bright brown in coat color. There are a pair of round eyes on the cute little face. They feed on the stems of reeds. After eating a piece of reed, replace it with another piece. But the problem is, some of the reeds are far apart. Moreover, the lake is as deep as 3 meters. Even if they can swim, they don't want to get wet. Technical support is necessary for successful transfer. Experienced arc lemurs invent simple and efficient method. This monkey mother is an old hand. Even with a baby on its back, it is easy to handle. Slowly walk up to the top of the reed and bend it. The resilient reed pole becomes a small bridge. Then it can go anywhere it wants. One of its babies followed. But it's still a beginner, inexperienced. The tip of the reed is bent too much by it. It hesitated for a long time but still did not dare to jump. Just go back and try again. This time it learned its lesson and successfully completed the transfer. Wetland elves are less than 3,000. Listed as critically endangered by the IUCN. Let's go back to the rainforest again. A large bamboo forest grows in a hot and humid environment. Bamboo is extremely resilient. Great for primate climbing. This is the home of the bamboo lemurs. They are Madagascar's equivalent of pandas. Because the two have the same food habits, both are addicted to bamboo. They also eat bamboo, so why don't bamboo lemurs develop dark circles? This thing is very puzzling. Bamboo is rich in crude fiber, so it is relatively hard. Hard to chew and less digestible. The biggest problem is that some bamboo leaves also contain toxins. There are actually 3 species of bamboo lemurs here. 2 of them prefer to eat bamboo stalks with less toxins. The other is the golden bamboo arc lemur. Like to eat fresh bamboo leaves. As for how they detoxify themselves, it's still a mystery. On the matter of eating, avoid vicious competition. This also makes 3 species of bamboo lemurs able to share the same bamboo forest peacefully. Tropical storm from the Indian Ocean. It brings a lot of rainfall every year. The torrent rushes between the canyons, and the dense forest is surrounded by clouds and fog. It's all a harbinger of good food. The mushrooms spring up after the rain, soaring at breakneck speed. It's an irresistible delicacy for bamboo lemurs. This bamboo lemur can't wait. Holding the bamboo shoots and eating them directly. Even the fresh and tender bamboo shoots will not be wasted. There are only about 1,000 bamboo lemurs left in this bamboo forest. Pretty if the bamboo forest they depend on disappears. This species will be extinct from the earth forever. Except bamboo lemurs. The survival of the golden bamboo frog must also depend on bamboo. They are unique frogs to Madagascar. The golden bamboo frog is only the size of a grape. Body color like emerald dyed ink. Broken bamboo stems often hold rainwater. This is the best place for the golden bamboo frog to lay eggs. No courtship without a baby room. So during the mating period, the males will compete for the spawning grounds. This is a prerequisite for attracting females. A male frog finds a geomantic gem. It croaks and attracts a female frog. Turns out there's already a homeowner. If it lays eggs in it, the tadpoles inside will feed on the eggs. Seeing this, the female frog was very angry. It warns male frogs not to come near itself. Then a leapfrog disappeared without a trace. After several searches, the female frog finally found a suitable place to lay eggs. It lays frog eggs in bamboo tubes. After the tadpoles hatch, it also keeps laying unfertilized eggs. This high-protein food will provide the necessary nutrients for the growth of the pole. Red-collared lemurs live in the rainforest near the coast. Their black tails are thick and long. There is a white hair in the nape of the neck. The red-collared lemur is not only big in size, but also big indoor. It's the king of the jungle here. Today this group of monkeys hit the jackpot. They found a huge fig tree. The branches are full of fruit. Enough for them to enjoy for a while. Few birds eat fruit on this island. So the tree rice here has to rely on lemurs to disperse their seeds. Monkeys take a nice nap after eating. But there must be a sentry to guard the food base. This sentinel is very conscientious. It stalks the wind and grass around it. Always be ready to drive away predators. A Falklands green pigeon has just landed on a branch. Was driven away by it. A parrot also wants to fill its stomach. After the sentinel found out, it didn't send. This bird has a small appetite and can't eat much anyway. It's guarding against other species of lemurs. Say sow sow, sow sow will arrive. A group of brown-tailed lemurs come uninvited. They don't even say hello, they come up to eat. This pissed off the sentinel. Relying on his size, it decides 1 out of 10. Even if the enemy is outnumbered, we must bluff. The brown-tailed lemurs knew they were invincible and ran away one after another. Sentry wins big. When the group members who were resting around came to reinforce, the battle is over. Such an abundance of food will inevitably have a thief record. So they still can't relax their vigilance. Let's say goodbye to the rainforest. To the dry lands on the west side of the mountains. The dry season here lasts 9 months. To survive here, have to adapt to extreme climatic conditions. Baobab tree is the iconic plant here. They have thick trunks. Just to store water to survive the dry season. It's October. The ground is cracked, and the trees are adjusted to zero. Waiting until the night falls, there will be a ray of coolness. Creatures lying in bed during the day are swaying in the night, dragging a white broom skirt behind her, attached to tree trunks to suck sap. They suck and excrete honeydew. This sweet treat attracts a lot of insects. This is exactly what mouse lemurs love to see. These little monkeys weigh about 60 grams, the size of a fist. They are nocturnal and hunt insects. But only the males are busy outside. Females escape the dry season. Chang has been in a tree hole for several months. Till the sky comes with cumulonimbus clouds. Sporadic rains are beginning to visit here. These sleeping beauties just wake up slowly. The long-awaited moment has arrived for male mouse lemurs. Mating time is near. To snatch a spouse, there will always be fights between males. Losers have fled. But Sleeping Beauty was stuck in the hole and deliberately made things difficult. The male shows love frequently and finally impresses it. They enter the tree hole one after the other and sleep together. Lightning and thunder the next day. A rain moistens the land. The baobab tree has ushered in the peak growing season. Its thick flower stems burst out 5-pointed stars. Like peeling a banana. Spit out pink stamens. At the same time secrete sweet nectar. It's a good time for mouse lemurs. An annual sweet feast not to be missed. They gulp down the nectar. Occasionally catch a few moths to enrich the taste. In the process of feeding on nectar, pollen on them, between different plants, Baobab's pollination plan has succeeded. Only a few days. This extremely dry land. There have been earth-shaking changes. Lush vegetation, full of vitality. Although just a few weeks later, strong dry season set to return. But the lemurs of Madagascar, survival fighters of the island, ready. Meet the next cycle of reincarnation.